So, welcome everyone. I know most of you are muted, so that's good. Last night we had Lorna and her little babies talking, which was totally fine, but unless you want us to hear you. So we are going to do our whole practice on the wall today. So as you can see, my mat, the short end of my mat is right up against the wall because you're going to be accessing your wall. So you need enough space that you can put your hands out and you don't touch anything. That's pretty much all you need. All right, so I trust we're all almost there. We're going to come into a standing position to begin. We're just going to take a little moment here and warm up very quickly and then move right into our wall. I'm going to start us so that I don't run you over. And let's all root your feet into the mat. Just soften your eyes a little bit. Send your shoulder blades down your back. Send the crown of your head up high to the sky and just lengthen out here. And then take a nice big inhale, bend your knees slightly and bring your arms all the way up high to the sky and then follow with your gaze. Your palms can touch, but then as you exhale, I want you to bend down, fold forward and come all the way down to the ground, bringing your fingertips as close to the ground as you can. From here, bring your hands onto your shins, take a half lift, sending your crown of your head nice and long forward, lengthening out your back so it's this half lift, flat back, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, keeping your knees bent, bring your arms all the way up high to the sky, palms touch, and look up. We're going to do that again. Drop down, all the way down, swan dive down with bent knees. Bring your hands down to the mat. Take a nice big inhale, bring your hands onto your shin, send the crown of your head forward, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, forward fold, hands come back to the mat. Inhale all the way up, knees bent, hands to the sky, and finish at your heart center. We'll do that one more time. Bend your knees, bring your arms all the way up high to the sky, follow with your gaze, nice big lengthen here, and then bend your knees forward, fold all the way down. Hands come to the mat. Again, bring hands to the shin, lengthen out, send the crown of your head forward, sliding your shoulder blades down your back, really giving you that nice flat back, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale with bent knees, come all the way up high to the sky, and breath, hands to heart center. All right, coming to the wall, we're going to start our first pose. It's going to be downward facing dog. The wall is the perfect alignment spot. So come down onto your mat, back into our tabletop like we did yesterday. You want to be able to be about halfway down your mat. And widen out your fingertips here, have those index fingers pointed forward. And then we're going to start by sending our left leg back and finding the wall. I want your heel, so your toes are going to be on the ground, and your heel, if you press it back, you're going to feel the wall there. And then we're going to do the same with your other leg, send it all the way back, and you come into this plank pose. So if you're a little bit close, just bring your feet forward a little bit, bring your hands forward a little bit, and you want to just lean back so you can feel the wall there. You see that stops me, and I'm in. All right. Root your fingertips into the mat. Nice and strong. Keeps the pressure off your wrists and off your shoulders. And then send your hips all the way up to the sky here. Your heels come into the wall right away. If you're still feeling like you're a little bit close, just come forward a little bit. The idea here is you're not trying to get your heels down to the earth. You're just trying to get your heels onto the wall. And then allow your head to hang heavy into your downward facing dog. Still keep your fingertips rooted in. Use your breath here. Nice big inhale. And that nice exhale. You can soften your knees a little bit. You can allow your biceps to come forward a little bit, sending your triceps back a little bit. Nice big inhale here. And that nice exhale. And we're going to do one more in our breath of stillness. Again, just finding your nice big inhale. And that nice big exhale. The wall just works so perfectly for alignment. It gives you this beautiful downward facing dog. And if both of your heels are touching the wall at the same spots, then you know you're in this perfect alignment. So your last breath will come back down onto our knees and untuck your toes. So that is a great way to practice your downward facing dog and know that your alignment is in good shape. So next pose, you are going to need your block. So if you want to grab it, If you have 2 blocks, bring them both. If you only have one, all good. All right, so next time now we're gonna sit on our mat in a pose called Dandasana. So you wanna be nice and tall, sit bones away, lengthening out here, and your feet now are gonna be pressed into the wall. And you want this length of your body here, and then use your block to mark it. So right where your hip is sitting on the mat, I want you to put your block right there. And then we're just gonna stand up. So this block here indicates how long your legs are. So come your feet right to the top. So you want your toes in line with your block. And we're gonna do a warrior 3 pose, which means we're gonna start with our right leg and it's gonna go up on the wall. So bring your block if you have one. If you have 2, bring them both. And then you're gonna use that just for a little bit of balance here. So bending your knees, bring your hand or hands onto the blocks, and start to bend that left leg and send your right leg back behind you until you find the wall. Here's the important part. You want to make sure that that floating leg is nice and long and your standing leg is a little bit of a bend in it. You don't want to knock that knee out, so you're just going to have a small bend there absorbing this weight. Look back, you want your toes coming down the wall. That's a great alignment for warrior 3. So here's your challenge. You can stay there, start to really lengthen out, adjust with your blocks. If you want to challenge yourself, you can start to come up into your warrior 3. So draw your hands into your heart center and lift your body up. If you want to stay with your hands on the block, that's great. Wherever you are today, just take a nice big inhale and a nice big exhale. And do that again, nice and lengthen out, nice big inhale. And that nice big exhale. And last one, nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. And then we're going to bring that foot back down, matching your left. Come all the way up to standing in a Tadasana. Just allow yourself to reset here, because we are going to do that on the other side. All right. When you're ready, again, bend your knees, bring your hands down to your block or blocks, and this time we're going to send our left leg back. Reaching back, finding that wall, and making your little adjustments. Looking down, making sure that your toes are coming down the wall. Lengthening out your standing leg, but don't lock that knee out. And then lengthen out your floating leg, nice and long. Hip is going to be square to the mat, because if your heel is pressed onto the wall and your heel is pressed onto the floor, you're in line. And then when you're ready, you can draw your hands up, coming into that warrior 3. Big core move here, lots of breath. Nice big breath in, and that big breath out. And second big breath in, and out. And one more big breath in, and out. And then bring your hands back down to your block, bring your left leg back down, and come all the way back up to standing. Well done. All right, your next one is going to be a chair pose, and we're going to do that in the wall too. This time, we're going to face the wall. So bring your toes right up to the wall. So you're kind of claustrophobic here. If you feel like you need to, you can close your eyes. You can have your hands on the wall right in front of you. And then we're literally just like a chair pose. We're going to sit back as if you're going to be able to sit into a chair. So find that invisible chair behind you and start to sit back. And you'll see right away, if you start to lean forward, your knees will stop you because you won't be able to go forward. So you really are challenging your glutes and your lower body. So nice and strong here. Think about pulling that belly button back so your whole front of your body comes toward the back of your body, keeping your whole core nice and strong. If you want to walk your fingers up the wall, you can. Lots of challenge there for your upper body, but slide your shoulder blades down. And then once you find your stillness, we'll take those big breaths, opening up that space, nice big inhale, and then the exhale. And one more nice big inhale, and the exhale. And last one, strong, nice big inhale, and the exhale. And then come all the way out and step away. Next, we're going to do kind of like a chaturanga, but this time we're going to use the wall instead of the floor. So for this one, you want to have your hands on the wall and your arms nice and long. So length, an arm length away from the wall. You want to be nice and strong in your core. Still always drawing that front of your body back towards the back of the body. And then from here, just widen your fingertips like you would be doing a push-up on the floor. Come up onto your tippy toes, so nice and high, bringing your shoulders over top of your fingers. And then allow yourself to come forward. Using that core strength on your tippy toes, starting to lean into the wall, using your hands and your shoulders to hold you back in that resistance, and come forward. Again, if you're claustrophobic, just close your eyes and just use your breath here. Keeping that front of your body back towards the back of the body, sliding your shoulder blades down your back, using your core here to hold you away from the wall. Nice big breath in, and that big breath out. Building your strength, building your core, your balance, your mobility. This is all great to keep you from slipping in the ice. And one more big breath in. And that big breath out. And then come down onto the soles of your feet, and we're going to do the next pose. So the next pose is going to be a low lunge. Couple of options here. So come with your whole right side right against the wall. We're going to come down onto our left knee. If you can keep your left toes flexed so that the sole of your foot is getting a little bit of a lengthening here, then please do. If that hurts, you can bend over your mat so you have extra protection on your knee. And then your right side is going to be right along with the hip. So you want your right leg and your hip and your right shoulder all pressed up against the wall. And then you want that flex on your foot if you can. All right. Then we're going to take our right hand, bring it up over our head, and we're going to allow that right arm to drop behind us. Bring your left arm up so you're like hugging your wall and looking over your right shoulder. Again, you're getting a really beautiful twist here with great alignment. So again, nice big inhale. Use your breath here to open those spaces, and the exhale. Still really being mindful of all of your body. You still want to be able to draw that front body to the back body, keeping everything nice and strong. And one more breath on this side. And then bringing that right hand all the way back, all the way around, and then we're going to switch sides. Bringing your left side right up against the wall now. Again, nice and tight, so everything is up against the left wall, left shoulder. Again, if you can tuck the right toes, and it doesn't bother your knee, that's great for the sole of your foot. And then bring your hand up to the wall, left hand. Left hand starts to slide down, right hand comes up, and we look over our left shoulder this time. Keeping our chest nice and close to the wall. Again, you're doing that really nice twist with really good alignment. And use your breath here. And then walk the hand back up. And we're all done on that side. We have one more pose before our 15 minutes is up. And this one is going to be right up against the wall. So bring your knees right up to the wall and your quads right up to the wall. Your feet are just comfortably back behind you, not tucked or anything. And we're going to do a little bit of a back extension here. So it's what would lead into a camel pose, but we're going to use the wall. So you want your knees and your quads to be against the wall. Bring your hands onto your pelvic, and then your fingertips can either go down or you can bring them up, whichever feels better for you. And we're gonna slowly start a little bit of a camel pose as you start to work your chest up towards the ceiling, starting to feel that little bit in your lower back. Again, you don't want to go too far, you just want to be able to feel that, keeping your hands on your lower back to give you that little bit of support. Watch your neck here. Your neck doesn't like to move too much, so don't try to look at the ceiling or anything. Just let your gaze come up the wall, keeping your quads into the wall. If you're particularly flexible, you can reach back. You could find your heels if you're that flexible. You could bring a block in. I can show you that, but you could, for future reference, you can bring a block right in by your heel. And if you start to really be able to reach back, then you might be able to find your block. But you, the whole time, you want to be able to have your quads and your knees into the mat, into the wall. All right. And take that breath as you come back up. And then that nice big exhale. And that, my friends, is our practice for today. So come on to a bit of a hero pose or that easy pose. Just bring your breath back in. We will just take a couple of breaths here. I want to thank you all for joining me. Tomorrow I will see you again. I'll send you each day this email. It's just easier. You get a reminder and then it's easy to join. And I am happy to say that it is loaded live now on the on-demand page on my website, thehighmountainyoga.ca. So if you by chance miss something or you want to do it again, just go to the on-demand page and you'll see me. All right. Thank you.